Man, what's up with boxing, man? Boxing it's become the WWE now, man. After this Fatal Fury card in New York and Saudi Arabia, boxing has become WWE. I'm telling you, it's become wrestling. It's because the wrestlers the same. It's the same format now that dude Turkey Al Ashiki has taken over, because wrestlers get paid a lot because they pack out the stadiums and everything like that, but their all action is staged. And man, all of them fights, when you really think about it, how they come into the state, how all of them come with props. Ryan Garcia getting out of a Batmobile and all. Man, it's just fake. All these people coming and when the last time you seen a boxer get out of a car to go to the stage, man? Come on, man. This is and then lay an egg in the fight. Don't even give you what you paid for. Lay an egg in the fight, and he's supposed to be the brightest stars in boxing. Man, when you look at the whole card, man, that's why when I first made my video, I tried to be funny talking about it was a barn burner. Man, I was being facetious, man. The boxing game is falling on its face, man, since they've made these elitists in charge of boxing. I liked it when the mafia was in charge. You know what I'm saying? The mafia. Now let me stop. Lord, forgive me for that, but Turkey, he's not the man. I don't care if they talking about, oh yeah, man, Turkey make everybody fight each other and all this. No, he pay y'all a lot of money to go in there and lay an egg, to dance around. You don't give the fans what they want no more. This isn't boxing. This is classical dance. This is classical dance, man. This is incredible how it's almost scripted. It's almost scripted now. This isn't the gladiator sport that I love, that I knew coming up, that I wanted to be the next great until I started selling drugs and making money. But what I'm saying is this is not the sweet science. This is not the sweet science what you're watching. You're watching overpaid classical dance. Players in the game that's long gone now that they've got these new faces and the internet, and they don't want to look like a meme anymore, and it's all in the back of their mind. They don't want to get knocked out. They don't want to fight, and they don't want, because to me, if you really think about all of this, the internet has destroyed everything, man. I'm serious. Everything that got to deal with combat sports. Because don't nobody want to be that Michael Jordan meme. Don't nobody want to be those different types of meme that they have to make fun of the person or whatever situation. They'll use that meme to describe how they feeling. And don't nobody want to be a meme. And it's not even about a meme. It's about making yourself the entertainment value that you signed up for. If you sign up for this, you're going to be a meme if you get knocked out. If you signed up for this, you're going to have to fight and get somebody out of there who's not supposed to be in the ring with you instead of playing around and wasting time. The last time I checked, boxers don't get paid for overtime. You understand what I'm saying? And this is what boxing has been reduced to once they bring people that don't know nothing about boxing in, but all they got is money and throwing money to a situation, and it's really just burning the situation up, because boxing was on fire at one time, and now that you're throwing money in these boxers' faces, they don't want to perform to the level. Marvin Hagler told you it's so hard of getting out of satin sheets, getting up to train. And now these boxers are getting paid incredible amounts of money, and they're not giving the fans what they want. And then they're talking about, oh yeah, at least I won. I survived and all. Man, that's not boxing. It's not boxing. And we're sitting up here glorifying these people. I told you, that's why I'm not a fan of none of them, because I can do what they do. It's just that I chose a different path, but I still got these skills in these hands. That's how I feel. And when I see this type of stuff, man, it's like, man, what the hell? Wait a minute, why? And then the main event yesterday with Canelo and Scull. Come on, man. Come on, man. This is crazy. This is crazy. Man, look, now y'all might believe me because Terrence is the last of the dying breed. I'm telling y'all, man, Terrence is going to beat the brakes off of Canelo. And I thought Charlo would give up a better fight than he did. But Charlo didn't have the heart. Man, it's about heart in this game. And that's why I said the egg that Canelo laid yesterday. Man, Terrence, I'm telling you, I don't care what nobody say. Skill pays the bill. If Terrence stay away from Canelo, Terrence gonna beat the brakes off Canelo. He got way more skill than Canelo. I told y'all, I said, Canelo is fighting people that's way less skillful than him. And I always use Bible principles to acknowledge what I'm doing. And the Bible says iron sharpeneth iron. So the countenance of a man sharpen the countenance of his friend. And you can use that in any situation. And when you're dealing with sports or any type of combat sport or any type of situation that you're dealing with your buddies or people around you, you must be on their level or somebody must be above to teach you something. And that's the sharpening of the iron. And Canelo hasn't been fighting people that will give him a challenge. And then when he do, he goes the distance with these people that they ain't supposed to be in the ring with him. And this is what I'm saying. He's more of a family man. He's lost his flair. Since 2013, when he was in the ring with the greatest fighter that ever. And see, these people, they are so hateful towards Floyd Mayweather. They don't even know what they're watching when they see him. And all of these newcomers, these Forrest Gumps, they think that they can't go and all. Man, Floyd, when he was at the lower weight classes, he was dominating, man, like a Mike Tyson. He was a mini Mike Tyson. I watched it with my own eyes. I don't care what nobody say. They can say whatever they want. When he became Money Mayweather, that's when he took it back because he's gotten older. He fought everybody. He was knocking out people that couldn't be knocked out. Diego Corrales, may he rest in peace. Arturo Gotti, may he rest in peace. He told them folks during the fight press conferences, man, these dudes can't touch me. Man, they ain't even supposed to be in the ring. I'm going to show you why they a C-class fighter. I'm going to show you why I'm an elite fighter. Man, these are bar fighters. Man, they supposed to be in a bar fight. When they get in the ring with me, they going to get dominated, man. I'm going to whoop them. I'm going to destroy them. Y'all going to see. It's thunder and lightning. Y'all going to see. I'm going to have all of it. He ain't got nothing. Man, he was telling these folks. Entertaining. And that's what I loved about Floyd. He would talk his trash and back it up. All these fighters today, they talk their trash and they go in the ring and run. You heard Devin Haney talking about, the boy from Henderson, Nevada. This is the best DH that you gonna see. I've been training with Shane Mosley, who is an ex-steroid from Balco. I keep it 100. I made a video about it. That's why he lost everything. Because he was using steroids. He was using PEDs, and I put it on here that you can't escape from God when you cheat. What you reap, that's what you sowed in the past. You're gonna reap it in the future. And he training with an ex-steroid. Man, you don't put yourself beside nobody who Victor Conti and snack program. Man, forget that. Man, these folks are crazy. That's why I said this is WWE. Hulk Hogan, Randy Macho Man. This is Randy Macho Man. Remember, they was all using steroids. Hulk Hogan says, man, brother, let me tell you one thing. I used so much drugs one time, I had 10 cc's in a steroid syringe, and I injected it in my buttocks, and next thing you know, I was the Hulk. He told y'all back in the day in the 80s. Man, go back to watch them videos back in the 80s. I remember all of that. I used to love the NWO because they was bleeding and everything. They were fighting with Tully Savalas and Ric Flair and all of them. I used to like them better than the WWF. They wasn't bleeding like the dudes in NWO. So I remember all of that, man. They were using steroids, and boxing is the same thing today. 2025 boxing is the WWE of sports, in a gladiator sport that they call boxing that is not a gladiator sport anymore. And this card, this Fatal Fury card, this lets you know where boxing stands. And the Turkey Al-Ashiki, the only thing that he put on was that Riyadh season with all of them, and then he calling in people at the last minute. Martin Bacol, and he just got beat up by Jabba. Man, he whooped, man, Jabba, man, he boxed. That beautiful boxing lesson gave to Martin Bacol, coming in there at 300 pounds. Still eating cookies and pies and cakes and all that from the Congo. Yeah, them dudes lazy, man. The best form he had was when he fought Jared Anderson. F.A. whooped him, and he was mad standing in the middle of the ring talking about, fight me. He don't even know what boxing is. That's what I'm trying to tell you. These people don't know what boxing is. They think that you're supposed to go in there and get beat up by a 50-pound heavier guy than you. No. F.A. whooped him, and I couldn't believe it. And then the judges, man. This is WWE. The judges. Listen to the judge. Man, listen to the judges' scorecards, man. When you see what you see with your eyes and they lie to you right before your eyes and steal it from the person that beat the brakes off of somebody. That's what I'm saying, man. This is crazy, man. Boxing is it's got a bad taste in my mouth, man. I'm like, man, what happened to boxing? Why are these dudes? What the? And then Turkey talking about he throwing great events, and man, that was a horrible event. Man, these dudes don't even understand what type of position they're in. Man, they supposed to be taking this dude money. Now I'll be taking his money, taking Turkey money, and giving the fans what they want to see. Because it's all about the fans. The fans pay. Even though Turkey got that oil money or whatever, man, it's the fans that pay these sports athletes salary, man. That's why I don't understand why an athlete wouldn't give their autograph to somebody who paid them their whole career. It's despicable, man. These fans, these athletes are man, they don't have any, man, I could go on and on and on, because the athlete today is a horrible role model. They're horrible. They're unappreciative. They're everything that's unthankful. They're not even gracious that these fans pay their hard-earned money. Majority of them, 95% of the fans pay their hard-earned money to watch them lay eggs in the ring. That's why the MMA is so big, because them dudes go out there and don't get paid as much as the boxers. That's why they trying to come over to boxing. You know, Ngannou and all of them, they trying to come over. The dude with the colorful hair, he was talking about fighting Devin Haney at one point. Sean, what's his name? Sean something. But yeah, they see the amount of money that they get, and they realize what they got to do to get the money. They like, man, we got to grapple, we got to tap, man, we tapping dudes out, we choking niggas, we doing all this crazy stuff, and we ain't getting paid nothing but $3,000. These niggas making millions. Just imagine you out there in the hot sun, putting bricks upon bricks, building you a building, a cathedral, or whatever, and you see somebody across the street from you, they ain't doing half the work that you doing, got an umbrella on their head, just walking around, and people just giving them money while they walk. Giving them money, putting money in their tin cup or whatever, or the bucket that they have, and at the end of the week, The dudes, they got the umbrella. He got $10,000 at the end of the week, and here you are with 500. You're like, wait a minute, I can do that. That's how them MMA guys feel. That's why they go into boxing. That's why they trying to, but it's a different craft. It's just a different craft. That's why I always believe that, it's a different mental that you're stimulating in your mind when you go to boxing compared to MMA. That's why a lot of them MMA guys get knocked out by Jake Paul. Jake Paul was knocking everybody out. Average boxer knocking everybody out in MMA. Superstars, MMA superstars just getting knocked out because it's a different Queensberry. It's different. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got see most of them dudes, they can get you to the ground and tap you out, choke you out. Tapping out, you can't breathe, nigga. I quit. You know what I'm saying? I can't breathe. I need some air. Yeah, but boxing, you getting hit in your face. You getting busted up every round. It ain't no rounds off. And this is what I'm saying. These dudes are runners now. These dudes are Forrest Gumps. And he's the worst. Shakur Stevenson is the worst, man, because he got all his mouth and he get in there and lay eggs and then complain and make excuses, talking about my hands are hurting, this and that. I seen your hand. Nigga, stop fighting then. If your hands are hurt, stop fighting. Don't use that as an excuse, wanting the best and clickbaiting and whatever the other word is that they use today to them dudes, man, they so fake, man. When I was coming up, boxers was the toughest of the tough besides football players, and I was both of them. We were the toughest of the tough. You understand what I'm saying? And today, man, it's the total opposite. It's like the internet has ruined everything in my eyes. I always believe that the internet ruined everything. I mean, as far as sports is concerned, especially boxing. When you get in a sport where you could become a meme, and that's all sports, right? Depending on what you do. But boxing is one of them, man. When people get knocked out and lean back, like Fat Joe, lean back. You know what I'm saying? And man, these eggs that these guys laid, man, is unbelievable today. It's unbelievable. And they'll come out with their hands up, act like they gave a great performance, and the fans want to take pictures with them. You know what I'm saying? What the hell? Man, y'all do. Fans just make it worse too, because this is a delusional generation. And I told people 2025 is the year of delusion. Why would I want to take a picture with the boy from Henderson, Nevada? After what he did? Yo, you think I would want that picture? What? Why would I want to take a picture with Ryan Garcia after what he did? Man, stop it. Why would I want to take a picture with Teofimo Lopez after what he did when he knew he could have pressed the issue and got that dude up out of there? The dude was gunshot after the 7th round. Dude didn't want to throw no more punches. He was like, man, every time I throw a punch, he hit me like with 4 or 5 punches. Teofimo was actually the quicker, better fighter, and he didn't press the issue. Why would I want to take a picture with him? Why would I want to take a picture with Saul Canelo Alvarez? I wouldn't take a picture with none of them. And I never wanted to take no picture. I took a picture with Floyd Mayweather back in 2005 at the Toyota Center for the All-Star game that I was at. Me and my another homie of mine back in the day. In 2005, this nigga ain't had no security. He was walking with a little peacock, a little Puerto Rican peacock he had with him, or she was Spanish or something. She was exotic. That's all I can tell you. It was just him and her, and me and him chopped it up. He took a picture with me. I think he took a picture with my man too, and that was it. I never took a picture with no other fighter, and I would never ask for another fighter's picture. And the only reason, because he was so cool back then. He rolled up on us. He was like, "What's up? What's going on, fellas? What's going?" I was like, "What's up, Floyd?" Talking to him and everything, and we started chopping it up and everything. And I said, let me get a picture with you, man, because I loved Floyd back in the day. You know what I'm saying? I played him with on 2000 King of what is it? Night Kings or something? Fight Kings. Yeah, it was Fight Kings. But yeah, I would never. These guys today, man, that's why I said this is a delusional generation. They don't know what fighting is because this is what they've been given. They don't know what real boxing is. They don't know what Tommy Hearns look like unless they go on YouTube. I saw these guys. They don't know what Sugar Ray Leonard and Marvin Hagler and John the Beast Mugabe, and they don't know Pernell Whitaker and he's passed on, rest in peace Pernell. They don't know these guys. They don't know the young Iron Mike Tyson. You know, they see Mike Tyson acting all silly and goofy and smoking weed on his podcast. They don't know when these dudes was vicious animals, man. They don't know. So this is all they got for boxing, this new generation. That's why they're delusional. They're delusional. See, these guys call LeBron James the GOAT in a team sport. This is a delusional generation. There's no GOAT in basketball ever. Because it takes 5 people to win a championship. So there's not one person that's the best basketball player in the world. That's the delusion that these folks are under. Michael Jordan was a fantastic, exceptional player. He's not the GOAT. Bill Russell won more championships. He's not the GOAT. There will never be a GOAT in a team sport. That's the dumbest thing. That's why you only have GOATs in single man sports like tennis or golf or boxing. You can't have no GOAT in a team sport because it takes 5 to win a championship. That's like me taking out the carburetor, telling me I'm gonna do a 10-5 quarter mile. You know what I'm saying? Taking the carburetor or taking out the engine or taking out the sprockets or whatever I need for the car to run. These people are delusional, but you'll sit up there, no, Michael Jordan, he did. Nigga, no, he just revamped the game. He took it from where Dr. J had laid it as far as dunking. That's all. That's all. He was just athletic, is crazy, had great hang time and all that, but he ain't the GOAT. There's no GOAT. Kobe not the GOAT, Michael Jordan not the GOAT, Bill Russell, Elgin Bell. You can go down the line. There'll never be a GOAT in a team sport, just like in soccer. Pele's not the GOAT, Cristiano Ronaldo's not the GOAT. No, there'd never be a GOAT in a team. And I'm just telling somebody so they can stop being delusional and arguing about something that's so futile and dumb. LeBron James ain't the GOAT. He ain't the GOAT of nothing. I don't care how many points you score. I don't care how many. He has to get the ball passed to him, or he has to get the ball and do what he do. This is what I'm saying. This is the delusion that people are under that they don't even understand. And they'll argue and fight and scrap over GOAT conversations. And you can't be a GOAT in a team sport. Never. I don't care who say what. If you really honestly sit there and think about it, you will come to my conclusion and say, you know what, Mickey, right, man. How can Michael Jordan be the GOAT when he had 4 other players with him and they had to pass him the ball and give him assists and give him alley-oops and wait a minute, how is that possible? They all, Paxson had to make the 3 shot. Craig Hodges had to make the 3 to make them go up by 2 over the Knicks. And, how can he be the GOAT? Why is he? Then y'all understand you're delusional. And I see these Negroes on different podcasts arguing over this. I'm like, man, they in their 50s, 50 years old, and you still haven't matured enough to understand that there can never be a GOAT in a team sport? Never. Tom Brady's not the GOAT in football. He ain't the GOAT. If them dudes would have dropped every pass that Tom Brady would, we wouldn't even be talking about Tom Brady. That's what I'm saying. That's why I said people delusional. But this boxing, man, boxing has come. I mean, it's come to a head, and it's sad that it's going out like this. such a beautiful sport if you was to understand it. And most people don't understand boxing. That's why, they'll listen to people with lesser knowledge about boxing and say, oh, they know what they're talking about, when they don't even know what they're talking about. If you're a boxer and you did what you're talking about, you did the sport, you took the rounds, you took the miles, you took jumping rope and sit-ups and push-ups and all of the things that the nutritional and waking up and losing time with your friends, going to the club because you got to get up and train in the morning, and you do, man, people, these dudes, man, and they'll have a million followers. They'll have a million followers. Say a couple of words, say this and say that, and they got a million followers because they got all the production, their videos are all this and that. Man, boxing is a simple sport, man. I'm telling you, it's simple. It's simple. It's a simple man sport. That's why most broke folks became boxers, because it's a simple man sport. You gotta put in the hours. You gotta put in the hours. That's it. That's it. You put in the hours. And the reason why nobody will ever touch Floyd, because they gave him the gloves when he was a baby. When he was a baby, that's all he know. That's all he know. And if you going up against something that somebody, that's all they know, you're going to lose majority of the time. Because they know the intricacies. They took the time. They trained and they did things that other people wouldn't do. Like all of these other prominent fighters back. I remember Chop said, we came from the club and Floyd, man, he was in Timberland boots. He said, nah, man, I'm going to run to the hotel. They was like, what? We just came from the club, Floyd, man. We trying to go home. See, this is what I'm saying. See, the difference between ordinary and extraordinary is that little word extra. That's why he was extraordinary, because he did the extra things that other people weren't willing to do. And this is what I'm saying. What you saw in the Fatal Fury card, they're not willing to do. Especially Teofimo talking all that about he want to fight Jerron. Man, Jerron would knock his block off. Listen to me. The movement that Teo got, Jerron hit that boy in his ribs, he would stop moving. I'm telling you. Body shots will make your legs stand still. And these dudes don't know it. They don't know it. Just like Martin Bacall when he was fighting the Ajabe. Man, he's supposed to go to Ajabe body, man. He kept on trying to knock him out. That's why he lost. These dudes don't know how to fight, and their trainers don't know what they're looking at. That's what you getting nowadays. Bull crap. That's it. But they'll mask it as a piece of cake and put frosting on doo-doo and serve it to their fans. Their fans cut into it with the fork and just, what the hell is this? This ain't nothing but dog crap with icing on it. And that's what you're getting with boxing today. But that's all I got, man. This is MikiBlik, man. I had to rant because after Canelo's performance and after all of these different performances that we got this weekend, man, somebody got to put the pulse back on boxing. And I blame Turkey Alashiki. I don't care what nobody say. I blame him. I don't care. I understand boxing's supposed to get paid, and I do your own thing. Become your own promoter. Learn the business yourself, and you get all the majority. That's the only thing I can respect from Henderson, Nevada. The boy from Henderson, Nevada, he was getting the majority stake of the money when he had his own DHP promotions or whatever. Dude, if boxers would understand business more than they would boxing, man, they don't need no Turkey Alashiki. They could just, get the venue and do all of the things that they wanted to do. And I say Floyd laid the blueprint for that too, but didn't nobody want to do it because they hated him. But he laid the blueprint when he left Bob Arum and bought himself out of the contract and started his own Mayweather Promotions, and he was getting paid. So they didn't follow that because they hated him. And when you hate somebody, it blurs your vision. You can't see straight. And that's what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But that's all I got, man. I ain't want to go too long, but I just had to express myself and express the state of boxing and where we are. And, it's just unbelievable. But yeah, man. But I thank all of the new subscribers to my channel, man. I've been getting a lot of subscribers lately, and I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate the communication in the comment section as well. A lot of people have been communicating with me, and I try to bless y'all, man, and ask God to bless you and your families tremendously always, man, because we need blessings today. You know what I'm saying? We need financial blessings. We need mental healing blessings. We need the spirit of heaviness to be lifted up off of us, man, because we're worn down with different types of things that most people can't even express in words. And to watch a fight card like that, I just expressed in words because that put a somber on boxing, man. It put a black eye on boxing. You know what I mean? And we should never have a card like that ever again in life for the sweet science of boxing. Amen. So that's all I got, beloved. And I appreciate, like I said, I thank y'all for subscribing to the channel and liking my videos. And I appreciate every single person that ever watched one of my videos and gave feedback and expressed how they felt, even if it was a negative thing. I don't care. I just love the communication, man. So y'all take care, man. And never, never, never forget that Jesus loves you. Amen. Amen. Thank y'all, fight fans, for listening to me. Be safe.